What's up, Cardfighters? Clark here from Vanguard Central, coming at you with a Victor deck profile.
Stand up, Vanguard!
Getting to our starter, we have Extreme Battler Rumble. So I would personally say that Rumble is one of the best starters for Nova Grapplers or in the game, just because of his ability to be annoying and pestering, especially in this deck, because he makes numbers happen. Like with Sazanda, you'll have a 24k column easily, and he just adds so much pressure. So I must kill this unit if you are running a control deck, otherwise he will bite you in the butt. On to our grade 3s, we have 4 of our main boss, Extreme Battler Victor. His on-strike skill is that when the unit attacks, you can choose another one, give it another one of your own units, give it +5, and restand it. So typically you'll give it to Sazanda because Sazanda will just stack power on it, being one of the best commons in the game. And you want Victor for the name's sake, really, in your strides and all that stuff. And then next, his backup is an envoy of something, righteousness, Crystal Devil. So he's a better backup ride for this deck instead of Muscle Shriek, and he makes your rear guards like a tidal assault, except they don't lose power. So it's pretty good, you know, when you go to 3 first and you're dealing with someone that wants to grade 2 game you. So Crystal Devil, really good grade 3 to put in your deck. On to our grade 2s. We have 3 Extreme Battler Erabril. So he's the Glimmer Breath clone, and he is like another cool Hank, just maybe his cost is a little more, but he can also hit by himself, which is really good, and he'll give +5 to another column, which is mainly Sazanda. So, or you can even like just bounce like cool Hank and him off of each other to make really crazy attacks. Next we have 4 of our Amber clone, Cool Hank. His is when he's boosted, counter blast 1, stand another rear guard and give it +5. So pretty self-explanatory, staple in the Extreme Battler deck. And next we have 4 Extreme Battler Sazanda. Like I said earlier, one of the best commons in our game, gains +5 whenever it stands. So he just stacks really well in this deck with Cool Hank, Arabril, and Victor. So you can have like a 60k Sazanda column with triggers, which is ridiculous, and Rumble is always going to be behind him, so it's really good. On to our grade 1s. We have 4 of Extreme Battler Malayo. Anyways, he has rush ability and it's continuous. So whenever a unit is stood, give +4 to 2 units. Malaki? Oh, Jesus. I butchered that. Whatever. Anyways, so he can add power to Sazanda and just beef him up really well. Or Cool Hank, anything like that. Then we have 4 Lady Cyclone, the Unflipper. 4 Stride Fodder, because we want to keep striding and also being able to search out for Victor as much as possible in really good matchups. And then we have 3 Claydol Mechanic for the unflipping consistency of our deck. Our triggers are 6 crit, 4 being the Red Lightning in order to, just for the damage control to unflip. And we don't have the Victor crit just because we don't want to lose a unit on the field. And I mean, even though he can fill soul for Arvel, you'll still have 2 cards at least in your soul, and it'll be fine as well. The Victor crit hasn't really changed it as much, maybe it just adds an extra draw. And then we have 6 draw triggers here, if you can see that. 6 draw triggers and 4 heals, staple in any deck. It'd be crazy if you didn't run 4 heals. Alright, so our stride zone consists of Meteor Kaiser Vic 10 for the generic on hit +5 standing unit, give it +5, so it combos well with Victor. Then Meteor Kaiser Tribute for the control element a little bit, but most of the time you won't really need it in the deck. 2, Meteor Kaiser Vic Plasma. His skill isn't activate, so you could actually restand him first if you really wanted to, just unflip one, but he adds that restanding pressure that, I mean, the deck has in the rear guards, but you know, if you're pushing for game, your opponent's at 4 or 5, you can just go into him and just knock him out. And then your typical first stride in this deck would be the new guy, Meteor Kaiser Victor. So his act is to unflip a copy of himself, and then he gains the skill. When the unit attack hits a Vanguard, you can stand a unit and give it +5. And technically you're going to stand a unit anyways because of Victor's skill. And then his GB3 is that when it attacks, you can choose up to one of your rear guards and stand it, and it gets +5. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in a sense, because no matter what, the units on the field are going to stand and get +5, so you're just going to get hit. So I do recommend staying at low damage, even though that's kind of tough. But otherwise, this also sets up Victor's GB2, which is really good. So the deck is very, very powerful, just to say the least. It's tough to say what the matchup is because, you know, guarding early and then you're getting crit later on. So hope you guys enjoyed the deck. Pretty robotic, I would say, but really powerful with Sazanda and all the crazy combos that you can pull off. If you have any questions, put them down below. Otherwise, Vanguard Central out.